1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4, 2, 3. You've turned it on. Now turn it up. You're listening to the Union of Muscle Podcast Daily, the daily podcast which helps to inform and inspire you. Inspire you to do what? To live a healthy fitness lifestyle. We're continuing on muscle myths. This muscle myth is that fat or muscle turns into fat. This just isn't the case. So there's some people out there who've got this crazy idea that if you stop working out, that your muscle will turn to fat. So in our previous episodes, hopefully we've talked about how fat and muscle are very different, and that your body has a very easy time holding on to fat because it takes no energy to maintain. On the other hand, muscle takes much more energy to maintain because it's more densely compact. So muscle fibers are a lot more densely compact than fat is. So the volume of fat, or the fat per weight, is going to take up more volume or more space than the same amount or the same weight in muscle. So how do we dispel this idea that muscle will turn into fat? I went to Wikipedia, and maybe or not, Wikipedia can be trusted, but we're going to use it anyways. It says here that one of the ways in which muscle atrophies or diminishes, reduces, loses mass is through inactivity as well as other diseases. So the way you can tell that your muscles are atrophying, besides the loss of strength and the loss of size, is also you can get a CT scan will show you that the muscle is diminishing. Also, fast loss of muscle tissue can be approximated by the amount of urea in urine. So what happens is that the nitrogen content in urea can be estimated, and then so they'll test your urine, and you can test your urine and test for the amount of urea and the amount of nitrogen within that urea. So they're saying here that 1 gram of nitrogen is roughly equivalent to 6 grams of protein. And 1 gram of protein is roughly equivalent to 4 grams of muscle. Okay, so check that out. You can test your urine, and if in your urine you find a high quantity of nitrogen, and you're not supplementing with nitrogen, this is due to inactivity, then you can see that 1 gram of nitrogen would be equal to 6 grams of protein, which is in 1 gram of muscle. So that's how it decays, right? Is it goes muscle, and the muscle breaks down into protein, and then that protein further breaks down in your system into nitrogen, which is found in urea as it leaves your body. So you can see in this process of how muscle breaks down in your body that in no way does it ever transfer over into fat. Okay? You're going to pee out urea with a nitrogen content way before it's ever possible for your body to turn that into fat. Now, maybe you can drink enough of your own urea with inactivity in order to, in another way, turn that muscle into fat as your body has already destroyed it. But what people are most likely thinking is that they see someone who's really strong, and then they go inactive, and then they just look bulky but not ripped, not toned anymore, right? And that has to do with some muscle loss, some strength loss, but then, right, they're probably inactive and their body just keeps storing fat because fat is easy to store, right? They don't have the muscle there. They have fat there. The fat has replaced the muscle, but in no way has the muscle ever turned into fat. So, let that inspire you out there that when you're working out, work out well and try not to be inactive. It's not that muscle will turn into fat, but that muscle can disappear within a certain amount of time because it's expensive for your body to hold on to it. All right, all you beautiful fitness freaks, geeks, and athletes out there, Thank you for tuning in to this episode. Remember, the information here may or may not be the views of Black Hat Management, Union of Muscle, or its affiliates. And that any information here should first be reviewed by the corresponding professional, whether that's legal, medical, or financial, before applying it to your life. This episode is brought to you by Audible.com. Go to www.audibletrial.com/Union of Muscle for your free audio book and a free trial. Try maybe Getting Things Done. It's a great book. I've read it, and it really helps you understand how you can change your life around and organize in such a way to help you get more things done. Great. I believe it is on Audible, so check that one out if you can. And remember that, yes, all rights are reserved by the content's creators. Be inspired.